media that have been consistent, speaking against bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Neither what you. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing. And he recommended.
Okay, PDP is as good as gone now. Nothing like Labour to me, because all their members have left the party. Well, I saw something on the news yesterday that the Northerners are trying to gang up, maybe from their side. But for now, I don't think any opposition, even for anybody to win election in Nigeria, you need to overhaul INEC. INEC is not doing any election. INEC is doing selection. In a country where they do selection, you are just wasting your time. Otumba, my brother, I told him, you are wasting your time. Even though I will support you, but you are wasting your time because it's selection. They put whoever they want there. So you're our thumb now. They don't give an injection. They are numb. They don't work. You just go there, press.
You don't think
the vote don't count?
The votes don't count.
No, of course the vote don't count. Come on, last election, let's say over 1,000 people went to vote. Over 800 went to court. 800 minus 1,000. You only have 200 left. So that means that means that election was a bad election, and the guy is still there, still planning another election.
So it's going to be a walkover for Bola Tinubu.
Of course, now look at what happened in Edo State. Edo State, I was there following them. 9:30, we are okay. IRF, our number, everything was okay. Before morning, our number, PDP number down, APC number gone up. That means the system is bad. There's no INEC is not doing any election for now. INEC, they are on selection. So as long as they are on selection, President Tinubu is coming back 100%.
So that we should be worried about that.
Of course, any opposition saying, "No, we are doing coalition, we are coming together," they are wasting their time. The first job they need to do is to go to INEC, stay there for 7 days on the streets, demand that the chairman must step down.
Really?
That is their. If they cannot do that, forget 2027. President Tinubu.
Even if Atiku and Peter Obi form a coalition.
Atiku, Peter Obi, with all the leaders in Nigeria, Leave Tinubu and INEC chairman alone. It's Tinubu they will declare.
Is Tinubu doing well at the moment from your own assessment?
He's trying in some area. When you look at the policies, let us take local government autonomy. Local government autonomy is in the next 7 years, if they allow it to stay and work.
All right, guys. I'm going to continue with this video, but I want to say this quickly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. When I hear with ISAAK Fayose your talk, say 2027, no matter how you take package on yourself, as long as INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu is still the head of the INEC as we speak. Even though I go carry Ojo Omole come from Ugbogwe market or village, anyhow na do one, and Tinubu na they go declare, say na him win. So when I tell una say me not go join una, put that energy in 2027 to campaign for anybody on this platform. Although I will leave my platform for you guys that want to campaign for anybody that you think you like as a candidate, but I won't do that. As long as Mahmoud Yakubu is still the INEC chairman, and apart from that, without electoral reform, I will not waste my time doing this. Now here I am now. You know, ISAAK they tell us now, say, anyhow now want do one, badjo, now Tinubu they will declare. So I don't thank God say I fed the talk. And me, I don't talk so many times. Now no say sometimes we will talk for years. Some people will say, oh, what are you saying? Until your pastor can't talk and you can't believe. Whereas your pastor not better pastor some of us. You know, so this is the truth. You know, we cannot engage in a blind battle. No. So the way it be so, the way everything they go so, Tinubu must complete his 8 years. And it didn't end there. The shocking part of it is that Tinubu will not only complete his 8 years, Tinubu will fix somebody there that will continue after his 8 years. So I tell Una before, for some of you that have been following me for a while, I tell Una before, say, if care is not taken, Tinubu will rule for 50 years. Some of Una look and say, it's not possible, 50 years too far. Okay, now, okay, let's go back again. How long Tinubu have been ruling Lagos State now? Calculate it by yourself. Just calculate it there and let's take it from there. Only that one. Now, the only assignment I will give you now be that. How long Tinubu have been ruling Lagos? I'm telling you that if care is not taken the way we are going now, Nigerians are docile. We are dedicating our time into inconsequentials. It means we are not going anywhere. So Tinubu will leave office, he will put his people there that will still be ruling, and he will still feel like he's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that's how it will be. You know if you blame him, because nobody is talking. A lot of people that have voices in Nigeria, nobody is talking. They are talking about things that doesn't have any impact in our lives. So Tinubu might probably rule for 50 years. I'm telling you guys. But let's continue with ISAAK Fayose. I like this guy a lot.
Work, that means we'll be okay. Because everything. So I'm done. But if they don't give me peace, I will have to take another.
What about the baby mamas? You say you have 5 of them.
I have 4 baby mamas.
4 baby mamas.
Yeah, altogether plus wife. Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you have 7 children from all of these women.
Yes.
How do you handle that? Isn't that complicated?
No, not really, because they love me. I love them. I don't take my children first. I take them first. You understand? And to be honest, if I can afford it, that means they are getting their upkeep. But it's calm, you know, as long as you can afford it. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I don't really have any children in Africa. I'm more in America, Australia, UK, where school is free to university level, where medical is free. So I don't go through what my friends go through in Nigeria. Oh, I'm going to pay school fees. Yeah, I don't pay school fees. Her Majesty the Queen or the King, His Majesty pay my school fees for me. Australia, the government pay my school fees for me. When they are sick, I don't have to go to H-Medics to buy malaria.
I beg, I don't feel laugh. I know you feel laugh by myself. I have to laugh loud. In fact, I don't like this, ISAAK, even more today. He's a very honest man. Even though you don't like him, don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody have the kind of, you have to select the kind of headache you want to carry. This man is telling you that he has 7 children. And his 7 children, they UK, America, and Australia. And he doesn't pay school fees. And he's a wealthy man. Not looking and saying that because he not get the money. He's telling you because of backwardness of your country. And he went on by telling you or reminding you that some of my friends, what they are passing through in Nigeria with their children, I don't pass through it. When I hear him, if we have to look at this in the one-way traffic, you might not be able to digest what this man is trying to pass in here. But meanwhile, we're almost done. In the next 10 minutes, we'll done.
Yeah, they have system that works. So I've planted my seed very well by the water that brings forth its fruit, not in Nigeria.
So you support that TwoFace should leave Annie to be with
if your
Natasha?
wife is on drugs constantly.
Is that what the case is?
Yeah, she's in rehab now. Their children are with Toke Makinwa now. Well, if your wife
Allegedly, I'm not sure these are confirmed.
I ask people, go and check for me. I have a hotel in Lekki Phase 1. You understand? So I used to own a TV station, Alibi Television in Lekki Phase 1 before. I used to have a studio there. So I know all the, all these people. So I said, go and find out. I said, your wife is taking drugs. She can't function properly. That means you have to find someone else that can take care of you.
So you're supporting TwoFace even when he's in a marriage to marry?
No, they filed divorce. They are in a court.
But that if a marriage dissolution has not taken place, you're still legally in that marriage.
No, not legally.
No, you're still legally married. I mean,
separation.
I saw the law. No, if the marriage has not been dissolved in the eye of the law sees you as still together with a person.
No, you cannot legally marry someone else, but you can start dating. I was married here in this Abuja 20 years ago, Abuja here. And 11 months after, my wife said she doesn't want me anymore. Me too. I said, okay, I don't want you anymore. I started dating someone else. And 2 years after, the court said, oh yeah, divorce. We separate both of you. 2 days after, I went to marry another woman. That time waits for nobody. I only have one life to live. So why do I have to keep my life hanging for others? Relationship, marriage is a social contract. When your wife doesn't give you joy, she's not there, come on. You have to find a way to balance your life. A man cannot technically function well without a functional wife.
Jesus.
Functional wife. So when you don't have that means it will be dragging, you'll be going down. So if you want your life to be better, move on quickly. I don't think it's
Mr. ISAAK Fayose, what is your middle name?
Owolabi.
Mr. ISAAK Owolabi Fayose.
Yes.
You say you are also a rock.
Well, if Peter is a rock, I'm a rock too.
We'll see which rock is more solid between both. And when two rocks collide, we don't know what happened.
We won't collide, to be honest. I will only say my own. I love, as I said, I love Oshoko. I love my brother. Forget, if he doesn't give me a job, God has blessed me. You don't understand. He's still my brother. We look alike. So you just need to understand the fact that every individual, they are different. I cannot, because you're a former governor, doesn't mean I have to be following you like a puppy. No, I cannot do it.
You say you are not a politician.
No.
But do you see yourself coming out someday?
God forbid, but
so you can never run for office?
I just want to make a lot of money, bless people more. Now I do 10K every day. Bank. I've been doing that for 8 years. I go to hospitals every month to pay people's bill. We started 1 million every month to empower people. I just want to bless people. I just want to make more money and throw the money out there just to support people. So I don't want to be governor, God forbid.
You don't want to be a politician.
No,
you want to
God
be a
forbid.
philanthropist. That's what you want to
Just,
become.
that's all. Just
See, ISAAK Owolabi Fayose,
I
philanthropist.
just want to be touching people.
That's what you want
to be touching people.
That's what makes you happy.
That's what makes you happy. This year, I budget 100 million. Give away to less people to give people money. Every day when I wake up, I spend like 250,000. My daughter is sick. This is sick. That's what I want to be. So I want to do more, make more, and support people. Create more jobs. I opened the Amala place to create 50 jobs. I spent over 105 million. But you know, I can't be there. I can't be in my farm in Ibadan. I can't be in my warehouse in London, warehouse in Australia, or be in Abuja at the same time be in that Amala place. But because they think, oh, it's Fayose, it's government money he's spending. They finished it. I sold it. Scrap, 45 million. I moved my money away because I opened that to create job for them. But because they are seeing me as a national
So they ran it aground.
Within 5 months, they stole the generators, they knocked the anything knockable. Instead of me making money, I even spend extra 2 million every month to pay salary that they can't make. So I said, no, this is not working. No, I sold it and I shared the money to the public.
Thank you so much indeed for talking to us. ISAAK Owolabi Fayose.
All right, guys. You see, one of the best interview I've ever listened to. You know, one of the best. To me, one of the best. Although now person why you feel like this man a person with me you like naturally, you know, he always say it how it is. You know, ISAAK Fayose is somebody that no matter what, if you have issues, if you watch him, you just smile. You know, you and I don't know, say this man supported Peter Obi with 20 million naira in 2023 general election. You know, he just talking about for this podcast, letting us know that, you know, it did not only stop there. He gave accommodation and everything and all that to support the logistics and all that, to support Peter Obi, to make sure that Peter Obi emerged as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he went on by reiterating, by standing by his words that Peter Obi won the election in 2023. But INEC no agree and judiciary no agree. And what did he talk with that, right? These are the kind of people I will always like. I know you start to join you the hate person because he say he gets 7 children. So now your business, is it your life? If you not be over Sabi, how is it your business? How people they live their life? People's private life. People will put out for air like saying your business. Yeah, forgetting all the good work people don't do. Although when I talk like this, other people might think, say, why Naja was supporting this kind of thing? No, now only one wife I get to, I don't get two. I get, hey, if I know me now, I'm a straightforward person. I don't live my life, they go one corner. Hey, I don't party, I don't smoke, I don't club, I don't go anywhere. I'm just living my life one corner. But the reason why you see I speak like this is that allow people to live their life. You see, he was proud of his life. He went on by mocking some of you that lives in Nigeria. That you have children in Nigeria, you have to suffer and lobby to pay your children's school fees and all that. You know what that means? Yes. My daughter at the university, you know, I'm not supposed to bring my personal life into this one, but I'll let you know that my daughter is in university. The UK government, although it's a loan, the student loan, they pay that for us. You know, now only accommodation now they pay because the accommodation where she goes shoes, not be the one where government want support you with. Because in the UK, when you go out of the lane where they want to support you reach, then you use your head carry the rest. Then that one can't be my head. You understand? But whether you like it or not, the lifestyle bringing up your children in abroad is still much more far better than the way you bring your children up in Nigeria when it comes to government support. Me myself, I go university for UK. Now government I pay my student loan. Till today, I'm still paying back my student loan. I don't need to lie about it. I get my own house for UK. Now mortgage now dated. Tomorrow I pay my mortgage. Most of the cars where I don't drive for UK now finance I carry them. There's not even my phone. Phone why they use for Nigeria right now. My phone is it contract. I don't know whether some of us that live in UK. Is they contract? And even get insurance. I dey tell you, say my iPhone wey me dey use for Nigeria right now. Now contract today, but the SIM, I know they pay every month, but nobody's using the SIM. So I'm only losing on the credit and the internet they give me every month because I'm not there. But the phone, I'm paying for it. So what does that mean? Some poor people go look, you say, no, the car way they drive for UK, now finance the deal. You think say easy to pay finance or pay mortgage? Poor people, now they talk like that. You think say it's cheap to pay finance? If you carry a car where they pay like £2,000 every month, you think say it's cheap? How much is your salary when you pay £2,000 or £1,000 a month? If you carry a house where they mortgage, they pay about £2,800 or £3,000 every month. How much you they pay for your one room? Some people you look you they say, no man, I'm na finance, I carry the car, no man, I'm not like say na free now that they give you. Eh? You carry finance, you will pay the money till the car becomes yours, right? But whether you like it or not, the lifestyle in abroad is still much, much better when it comes to comparison with our government and the European government. They failed and they have failed us woefully. This is the message ISAAK FAYOSE was passing, and I support him 100%. His personal life, his private lifestyle not concern me. He said he gets 7 children. How don't want to concern me? You don't concern me, but children are blessings. You know, he said he get how many baby mama. I mean, not get how many baby mama. Yes, you know me say I better pass him. It's his life. Everybody should respect people's private life. Then he went on by supporting TwoFace. If you talk him, if your woman not they give you happiness, then you have to create your own happiness by yourself. Simple. What is all this say? You don't marry, you must die there. You don't marry if you are not happy, die there. I'm not in support of that, and I cannot be in support of it. The same thing with women. You have to beat both genders. If you are married today, my lovely women, and you know your husband is not making you happy or you are always facing psychological stress and all that, then leave. Don't follow it to your mama and papa, they talk or say, don't worry, be patient. I was patient with your daddy. That's why I'm still with your daddy today. All these things, I don't buy many people. I don't say many people will still disagree with me today. I say, hey, this man, which area they go? So, but it's the truth. Then, in case you guys don't know, Fayose, he said how much he's giving out every day to support people, right? And I can testify to that. You know, Fayose is into real estate. I've heard telling the other day, I educated some of you here. Although one of you actually sent me your building, I'm proud of you. Although I don't comment, I commended you already. This one was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. You sent me your building that you are developing and all that. I was so proud of you, my brother. I know you are listening right now. You know, I tried to educate some of you to let you know that, yes, listen, you will not regret it following this path. ISAAK Fayose, another thing we not talk, me myself want to expose her now in a good way. As when you go down to come here the other day, say, Mr. Elvis, I want to expose you in a good way. You know, ISAAK Fayose have lots of properties in Lagos and Abuja. One of the property, go remove the roof. The way tenant not pay, they carry and go court. And the case they court. And court can say, may tenant not they pay. Why the case is going on? Fayose go remove the roof. Remove the roof. Say, okay, since court case they go for court, but remove the roof. All of us, they say rain, if rain before. And it was a rainy season. Tenant, within 3 days, they move out of that house. You see? So this one a tenant whether they pursue for us for more than how many years, they're not going to come on court, they join them. So to come back to the reality, this interview is one of the best that I've listened to. Yes, it's one of the best. Let's allow people to live their life. I've said it so many times. For me, I know they judge people. You know, you're concerned me. I come here to talk about politics, and that's it. When it comes to private life of people, I'm not interested because I don't know what they pass through for their marriage or what they're passing through. You just come here because you don't hear one story, you'll begin to judge people anyhow. No, I don't do that. You know, you don't know what people are passing through, and you must know that a lot of men pass through so many things. They will not speak. You know, women are quick to speak and blackmail people with their emotional crocodile tears. Unfortunately, not all of them now. Not to verse. I don't say this with me. I don't verse many people. Don't worry. If I say so now 2 verse, I go end the show. I'll go sleep. I'll go sleep. But it's the truth. If woman cry, come out, everybody will say, oh, hey, yeah, oh my God, oh my God. Ah, we men, oh, men are wicked, men are wicked. That's all. Not knowing what men are passing through as well. But when the man cry out, they'll say, shut up there. Must you come out? You not be man? No, we've passed that. This postmodernism, you got to speak at all time. For me, so as I heard this, so the day when my wife will stress me, I'll come complain for a year. I felt me, but I know she never stressed me before, sir. She not stress me. Be like saying I'm the stress her. She not stress me, but if she stress me, I'll come complain. Who go talk any about talking? Not your concern. I'll complain for years. Ebola see oh, Babu Vere oh, see the one I can't do. All right, guys. Thank you very much. May not come like some conscious this thing to only be today. In case you have anything to say on what we presented today, I just want to post out a link. I don't want to stay here for long. I want this broadcast today to be a maximum of 2 hours. 1 hour have been consumed. A link I've just been posted. Click on the link and come in. Quickly say one or two things. In case you want to call in as well, yes, I'm here to pick your call. I'm looking at the phone right now. I'll pick your call so that we can take it from here, my people. And God, I will bless you now. Thank you very much for your time with us. With our broadcast this morning, Madarita, Madarita said I was about your wife. Madarita. Hey! Black Panther, this is why we don't come again. So, I not call you. That link where I put just now, I not call you. Because this one we don't share the same ideology with me again. So, I don't fear you for this broadcast.
Don't worry, today I don't stop. I don't end the TwoFace case. I did for Fayose side today.
Hey, you are talking. In fact, I need to clap for you. Go leave the Margarita for Margarita. Not join this broadcast today. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, my brother. I'll come back to you. Let me take some calls quickly. Thank you very much, Mr. Smart, for calling in. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us. You have 2 minutes. Not be 3 minutes today. 2 minutes. Thank you, sir. Talk to us. Margarita.com. Hey.
Say if people if they don't still do our well, say people will still come back. And that thing when that man talk now 1000% true.
I just say you be one saying a lie. I be one your call the phone for your head. So now 1000% true. God bless you.
Because the way the matter be, so if that next chairman I go still there.
We not go anywhere.
Even if there will be an all of them, all of them come together, the people consider number one at the end of the results. This is the reality, nothing else. So now the truth, the man know the talk waiting the apple. Now the truth with that, if Nigeria not still work and where, now that place will still, man. Everybody will still be doing like this. So I feel like just view. I wish I won't contribute.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you, my brother, Mr. Smart. Thank you. Yeah. In case you're calling in again, I'm still here for the next 1 minute to pick your call before I move on straight to the panelists. You know, say today, not Saturday, not tight. Now to the door. You know, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, my people right there. Mother of all mommy diaspora, good evening to you, mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do for us. I appreciate you always. Happy weekend to you. Thank you, everyone right there, and God will bless you now. Thank you, Mother Rita. Appreciate you. Good to have you on the show. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you very much, Sakadadi, Dixon Dagbo. I want to go Ferdinand. Thank you very much, sir. Happy New Year or happy weekend to you. Happy everything. God bless every one of you right there. I wish I can mention all names, but I want you guys to know I appreciate every one of you. I'd like to quickly pick another call right now. I have love God. It's my strength with us. Talk to us, man. Good evening, ma. No. No, carry my mama phone. Fear not, let me try him. I bet love us, mama. Forgive us.
We thank God. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, manners. Good evening to everyone on the comment section, panelists, everyone in our comment, our commentators, our watchers, mommy diaspora. Happy weekend. Good evening to you. A long time no see. And Niger Watch. Good evening. Niger Watch. You don't talk to something now. You want to leave some man and woman thing there. Hey, the way you dey go at the the way you dey go now, they fear you are very go. They don't not call you for this Nigeria where you go put yourself. Because Nigeria men, they can change people's mind. I beg you, my brother.
No, nobody fit change me. Don't worry.
Talk about one thing. See, fashion, this guy, fashion, Fayose brother. What is this man named ISAAK? Very good man, very nice man. I like him the way he talks. He doesn't talk like somebody that has money. Boy has money.
Exactly.
Like that time when we were doing our election, he gave Obi a building in Ibadan.
Yes.
And even my brother, what's his name? This guy, I don't forget his name. My brother went on Facebook, he bring come he always talk about because he went to the hotel, they have a room to sleep till the next day. He gave them the room free, everything free. So what he's saying, he didn't lie, is true. You see, and I'll quickly go because I really want to talk about TwoFace TBR and what's her name, the stranded wife that's in allegedly she's in care. Like I said, I grew up in a Festac town. We moved to Festac town when my dad won the ticket for Festac. We were 4th Avenue, C close. That's where I grew up from when I was very little. So I basically know all this TwoFace TBR. I know him. They are my younger brother's mates. I know the wife, this is a stranded wife. We know when they were moving together. This girl was 15 years. When she wanted to enter the movie industry, and they started dating themselves. And the girl moving so young with two baba. She was too young to do what she did because she wanted to protect a man so that because women, you see, two baba like women. Everybody knows that. The whole of Festac town then, he has already smashed all the women there. We know him. But you see, this girl always believe that because two baba is the one who first entered the place. So because of that, this girl attached herself to him. What I will just say, I don't want to go into long history because I know them well. What two papa did, I'm a woman, is very wrong. It should have given, no matter what, this girl, her mental state is not right. And even because, let me tell you one thing, you see this Natasha, it's not today they are going out. They've been going out now since it's getting almost to 3 years. And this girl know about it their stranded wife, she knows about it. So it's not new, nothing is new to her. Even you see this girl, so when you see this girl, when did this is not Natasha. Let me this wife here, I forget, God help me. She used to organize woman for two baba, allegedly, but I know it's true. She organized to make this man happy. Because this man cannot stay with a woman. What I expected him to do was to even wait for this girl. Yes, you are going through divorce. You can't force anybody to be in a marriage. I want to tell everybody, don't force anybody to be in a marriage. It's very wrong. If you are not happy in a marriage, you try to solve it, you try to make it work. If the marriage breaks down and there's no communication, there's no intimacy, there's no connection, there's a stress, maybe monetary and everything, you get out of it. You cannot stay in a marriage where you are not happy. Marriage is supposed to be beautiful. So what I'm trying to say, yes, we know that you met somebody, but the state of two baba now is not the state for him to be going into another relationship. When this girl come out from where she is, then you cannot Annie come out from where she is now, then you can now decide after your divorce, get your head clear, be yourself. You can see it's not even in a good state. Look at the way it's behaving. Even the girl when want to marry said, they do be like jelly jelly. Look the way they shake. He's supposed to get himself back.
All right.
Yes, the movie couldn't have to talk about him. The mom, for me, I think that she is wrong, and I will say why. Tu Baba is an adult. You cannot tell Tu Baba what to do. Tu Baba decide to do what he wants to do. So what I will say, Tu Baba can hear me. I'm calling my younger brother because they talk and they do. I wanted to say something to them.
Okay.
They should talk to me.
Please round up.
They should come down from this marriage. And later, I know they love each other. They can marry later. Let him finalize his divorce. Then later, he can go ahead to give that girl respect.
Respect, yes. I support that.
Money has a mental health problem. So that they can now, everybody will now go their own way. And it's not today they have parted anyway. There was a time they parted that Tu Baba went to.
Okay, thank you. Round up, man. Round up. It's 7 minutes now. Round up. Yeah. Thank you, man.
You know, because all the time when you don't give me 10 talk, now 10 talk.
Okay, no wala. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Yeah. All right. Before I move on now with my people on the panel, I'd like to respond to Amaka E. You left a message here, and okay, someone else is calling in again. Mr. Simon, talk to us. Thanks for calling in. Oh, Mr. Simon, I lost you there. You need to quickly, please call back quickly, because okay, you're calling back now. Okay, Mr. Simon, please go ahead, sir. 2 minutes. Good evening to you.
Happy weekend.
Thank you, sir. 2 minutes. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
My whole submission. I watch many videos of those TwoFace. It do with the video family or many videos they come outside. It don't do with a long time, but what the person want to do, I'm more they look there. But as for the election or Tinubu, I don't hear they forget to say the chairman when they say me resign, go come on. But Tinubu go see put somebody for there. We can make complete evidence. I would please say for my own official say you man I go because I next chairman. After this 1 week, because I yesterday say go come up before this year before this is finished. Now this year chairman, it will finish. And Tinubu go see put somebody for there. So now I make a tell now.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, callers, I'm done for today. Or probably, I don't know. Okay, let me quickly respond to Amaka A. You left a message, which I'd like to put on the screen because your first message was like, that's it there. I have a friend who got married to this guy, which you are talking about, ISAAK FAYOSE. You know, she has 3 kids and have never been happy in the marriage from the one. She is now a skeleton of her old self. I told her it is time to leave the marriage. Okay. On this one, I cannot dispute that. But the only thing I will dispute is this one. Then you now went on. I swear, I cried when she sent me a picture of herself. The man is so lazy. She feeds him. That one, I'm not going to agree. Maka E, you know why I'm not going to agree? He gets on lie where person go lie. The lie go too obvious in a lie. For example, ISAAK FAYOSE, he cars for a compound worth over $500 million. A cars have worth over $500 million naira for Nigeria. Then houses women know say ISAAK FAYOSE gets more than 5, Lagos and in Abuja. Right? Why not say that a house? How that person go take the person they feed them for Christ's sake?
She's talking about somebody else. Not FAYOSE. She's talking about someone else, not FAYOSE.
Who?
The person she's saying, if you read it, she's referring to she had a friend that was married to somebody. She wasn't referring to your.
Oh, I thought she's talking about. Oh, no. Right.
No, she wasn't referring to FAYOSE.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. She said to this guy. I thought it's the person that I presented. She's talking about, because if you see a message from the where is it? Where's the first message? Yes, you know that's why I say when you people leave a message, please make it clear. You see, some people understand, they may not feel understand. He said, I have a friend who got married to this guy. So the only guy where I think, now the person where I present, Since now somebody else, I'll just leave it like that. Good. So then I find out that they claim say that they feed. How? God bless you, Abaka E. Now I get it. You know. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. And God will bless you. Now, love God is my strength. Thank you very much, for the super chat. My first super chat of today. I'm very, very grateful for this. Guys, press on the like button, help us to share. Press on the dollar sign if you can to support what we do here. I'm very happy we are not that much today on the panel. Let's quickly utilize our 8 minutes so that we can round up. The first person on the panel today is Black Panther. Black Panther, work with your time. 8 minutes, talk about what I presented so we can move on. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Naija Watch. Though I didn't start with you because I was. Can you hear me clearly?
The only thing I present today now your was so Fayose, brother. Finish.
No, I was watching your early morning this thing, and I was like, I have to call you. I was laughing like hell because exactly. I followed the story from beginning until today when Nedu was sacked. Right from the airport.
Who sacked
the next this Honest Bunch, the owner of Honest Bunch, who is in UK. I think she's a British citizen.
It's glitch.
So, not been
able to get them now.
Under Glitch Media, I think. Yeah.
Now Glitch Media. Now one lady get them.
Oh my God! I thought they do get them.
No, be Nedu get them. That is why I said I knew where this is. They are going to sack Nedu because that is any hardworking businessman. What Nedu did was against the ethics of journalism.
Exactly.
So that was where I knew that this guy was going to nail him because he was saying it. So, but we'll talk on that later. Let us talk on this one you said today, because that one is so interesting that I knew where the black man was going to. I want to thank you today. I want to thank everyone that has, everybody that are here today. I want to thank you all, guys, and I want to thank Mom in Diaspora. And thank those the madam, I always forget her name, that called you. Thank her for that good analysis, and she has said it, because I've been saying it here that this girl has been with TwoFace for more than 20 years, and been covering TwoFace back, and has been a backbone to TwoFace for a very long time in Festac. So I want to say, but not on that issue of TwoFace saga with the wife. I'm going to rest on that case because we need to hear from both sides. But from my analysis, my conclusion, I still stand on my conclusion on it, because if you go to a court of law and when you are defending yourself, the judge is not just want to know your emotional, he doesn't want to look at your emotional state. He's looking also your statement. And your statement matters a lot. And your statement will give them a link to somewhere. So I have said it all, and that is, I stand by my word. But on what Fayose brother is saying today, I am 100% with him. You see, if you look at Nigeria as a whole, we have not promoted our culture, neither have we stand the ground to refine our culture. But we have that attitude of, dismantling anything that is cultural. We have that attitude of dismantling it. It's just like what happened when our Oba said that nobody should put on that poo again. So people were trying to dismantle and discredit the culture itself. That was why the Oba have to put a stop on it. And that has always been the attitude of most Nigerians. You don't talk about refining it. You don't put that on the table to speak on it. But what you do, you just dismantle it and invite another culture to supersede your culture. That is absurd to me. And you still come to the statue to tell that, civilization start from Africa. I mean, while you are dismantling your civilization. That is where I stand on that ground. That is where my argument starts from. What is said about polygamy, I did not grow up in a polygamy state, but I stand to support polygamy if you have the fund. to do that. The reason why our people, our forefathers went into that was for the population growth, and they tag it as your wealth. And if you look at it, it's your wealth. This is wisdom. But if you don't have the finances, and if you have not grown up in that space, and you don't understand it, don't get into it. Don't even try to get into it. Don't even say, oh, I want to try. No. Because it can be dangerous if you are not well equipped with it. It can be a disaster, a more great disaster if you don't even know it, but you just ignorantly, because it's a culture. That is why I said in a culture you have to be, if you don't dismantle your culture, but you can refine it. I stand with polygamy. You can marry, if you have the fund to marry 2-3 wives, you can marry, and this has played a role even in the Arab world. They have succeeded in. How did they succeed? Those are the questions. How did they succeed in it? Even with this modern world, they are still succeeding in it. So those are the things we should research on. That's why I told you when I said Valentine is not my thing. People think I'm stupid. I have gone into it. I've researched it. I know who make that law for me to follow that law. I said I back down. It's my right to back down. And it's also everybody's right to back down on polygamy. But that does not mean that you should discredit it. You can say the advantage and disadvantage. It's not left for other people to make a choice. But you cannot dismantle it. Because you are not in the position to dismantle it. You are not in the position to dismantle it because it has worked for a lot of people. It has worked for our forefathers. It's still working for some people. Look at ISAAK FAYOSE. He arranged his bed very well. He's laying on it and he's enjoying his bed very well because he has planned it. That is a man with wisdom. If he had not said it today, how many of us would have known about this? If Nigeria would have not spoken that this man is not a poor man, how many of us would have known about it? If you have not spoken out to say, my brother was a governor, we know benefit shishi from him, how many of us would have known about it? So this is why I say all the time, you don't discredit except you have a strong point, fact, to stand the ground, and you will win the population, law population will go with your hypothesis on polygamy. But not to come and discredit it that it has no advantage. That's where I go mad. But universally, to me, I stand with it. But if you don't, I am warning, if you don't have the capacity to stand for that, you don't go into it. And that is life as a whole. Me, I didn't grow in a polygamous way. My forefathers, my mother, they grow in a polygamous house. My grandfather married more than 8 wives, and all of them, both girls and women, he inherited land, one piece of land, minimum one piece of land, whether you're a girl or a boy, one piece of land, depending on your seniority. So, because he can handle it very well, that was why he did that. And a lot of them benefited, despite all that disadvantage in it. But it's still they were beneficiary. They didn't fight when my grandfather died. Nobody fought. They were all happy. They came together and they did a very fantastic burial ceremony for our granddad. That is it. So it's a matter of choice. But if you don't have anything about it, if you don't know anything about it, don't ever try to go into it. Because me, I cannot ever try to go into it because I don't know. I was not bred up in it. Thank you very much, my dear Niger Watch.
Okay, thank you very much, Black Panther. I appreciate you. If you have to take decision to go into polygamy, the first thing you need to think about is your children. Anyhow you want to look at it, going into polygamy, it will affect your children. If you are a selfish man, no, Mute yourself now. Black Panther, mute yourself.
Oh, thanks. Sorry.
You know, if you're a selfish man, that's fine. You can go into polygamy if you don't care about your children. If you're a heartless man. But if you care about your children, whether you like it, it will affect your children directly or indirectly. Don't look at your wife when you are taking that decision. Don't look at your husband or whatever. Think about your children. It will affect them. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. But let's hear from moderator. Moderator, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you. Please talk to us 8 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. My lovely mommy diaspora. I'm still the only one that loves you. Mr. Black Panther, greetings to you. Prince Collins, Domosa, Mr. Louis Domosa, and then Mr. Odua Domosa. And I'm greeting everybody in the comment section, Debbie Agio, and Madam Ame Bright and Johnson Emmanuel. Everyone, happy Saturday. I've just been laughing, laughing at Mr. Elvis' submission and Black Panther too. Black Panther, you said something. You said, I support polygamy. However, rather you said, but if you can, but you said you support the practice of polygamy, but it can be refined. Those were your words. And I'm very happy you said that. Because if it was coming from me, if I talk about evolving, people would read all kinds of meanings to it. When you talk about evolving, whether it's a culture or a way of life or even the way you eat, it doesn't mean that you are kind of dissuading everything that there was by default. It means that times will change, seasons will change. So therefore, you have to also change how you live, how you eat, how you relate to people. And that also applies to polygamy. As far as I'm concerned, I know this topic is not about polygamy or anything, but it's kind of relative, based on what Tayo Fayose said. I'm coming to that. But, in terms of polygamy in the days of our forefathers, it was necessary for those times. I said it in this program before. I said, if you talk about 16th century, 17th century, 18th century, I would probably be practicing in a polygamous relationship or marriage. Yes, and it will have been normal because there were a lot of limitations for women as at that time. Women couldn't speak. They looked at having many wives and children as a sign of wealth. In this present day, is that how you look at somebody who is wealthy? By the size of the number of wives or the number of children? Certainly not. Certainly not. You see how I say things, things have changed over time? Certainly not. That's not how you measure a man today by virtue of how many children he has. I'm talking about measurement of wealth by virtue of how about he has 200 wives or he has 5,000 children. You don't measure a man's wealth by that. Present day, I'm talking about. But present day, now, the way polygamy is looked at, this is how I see it. And I think even Don Jazzy said it, and he's very, very right. It's a poverty alleviation scheme. Now you see a lot of women come out of social media and said, you know what, I don't mind being the fourth or fifth wife. They're even advertising themselves like, listen, I don't care whatever it is. I don't want to. There are various reasons why many women will support being in a polygamous marriage. One might be poverty. One is loneliness. The other one could be, if I marry this man or this king, then that means my businesses will thrive. I'll be looked at in the society as, wife of this person, and all that. The other third reason could be just be the fact that, she just wants to answer his name. But people are not honest enough to tell us I'm talking about women now. I haven't gotten to the man. Many women are not honest enough to honestly tell us present day why you would love to be in a polygamous relationship. You don't care. Ask Regina Daniels of today. If Ned Nwoko was a man that was a one tapper, would her mother allow her to marry him, even if the daughter said, you know what, I love this man, I want to marry him. I don't care if he's a palm one tapper. The mother would not allow it. I don't think she will even look at it just because the stage in which she was before she married Nadewoko, she wasn't dealing with palm one tapas. So let us be honest. We women, let us be honest. Be honest. Why this so-called, I want to be in a polygamous marriage. Oh, it is. I don't care. Be honest why you want to, because it's certainly not because you just want to marry. No, there are various reasons why. Now, for the men, back in the day, like I said, I mean, we all know that the reasons why it was a normal thing because of the obvious reasons. But for today, any man who in Nigeria wants to practice polygamy, I don't know if anybody believes it. I don't want to shake any table, but I believe that some men that can love more than one woman, they can love them differently, but there's some men that are in a sort of kind of trap. Maybe I'm using the wrong terminology by using the word trap. It's not trap. It's an emotional thing. If you say it doesn't exist, it exists. There are women who can love two men, but they have to pick one man because of the way our society is molded. It's frowned upon when a woman marries more than one man. To me, I wouldn't imagine this kind of. It sounds disgusting to me, but in the patriarchal society we live in this world, there are certain men, I'm sure some of you here are even going to agree with me quietly, even if you don't want to admit it, that's fine. There's some men that could love two women, and then somehow, they just decide, you know what, I can't live without this one, I can't live without the other one. They can never love them equally. Nobody loves anybody equally, but they love them enough that they want them to be in their lives. There's some men that are into that. The second part, there's some men that are just greedy. They just want to just use their phallus just the way they feel like. And because they have the resources and they have desperate women and they have women that want to pull out of poverty or whatever reason, they are very willing to use their phallus just the way they like it. Now, Ayo Fayoshe's brother talking. So, Ayo Fayoshe, I think is his name Ayo, or I think it's Peter was the governor. This is, anyway, let me judge it was Fayoshe. The former governor's brother speaking, and he was, speaking honestly. Yeah, I appreciate him for his honesty. I totally appreciate it. And, his own perspective, he's talking like a matured man who has seen a whole lot of things in terms of relationship with children and all that. So he's bringing out his own personal experience. There are men like him who will come out and say, you know what, polygamy or this having multiple children with different women, it didn't work for me. This is my experience. So everybody can pick whatever suits them. But for him to, the part that was making me laugh, he said, none of my children school in Nigeria. None of the women are not even in Nigeria. If the case was reversed and he's wealthy and all the women live in Nigeria, all the children live in Nigeria, I don't think Fayoshe's brother's submission would not be, it will not be the same. It would not. It would definitely be not the same, the way he's experienced. This is his own experience. And he said his luck. He realizes it because he knows that if his children or the women he had children for, they were living in Nigeria, it would have been a different ballgame. His finances would have been pinched. So that's why I say, they all live abroad. He's not paying school fees. That's why I say I love his honesty. They're not. So let us break it down and let us be honest. This man was honest. He knows being in Nigeria and having those children, it wouldn't have been as easy for him in terms of paying school fees. He's raised them, being there as a father, doing whatever he needs to do, and he's okay, and they're comfortable. The children do not even, the women, including the children, they don't even need to depend on him. There are government services in these countries where they live, where they can even live without this man's resources, and they'll be okay. Perhaps not to the standard that they want, but it's not a case of where they will be hungry or they don't have any place to stay. It's not going to happen. So that's why it's comfortable for Fayoshe's brother to say what he said. And like I said, I love his honesty. Now, as per TwoFace Idibia and his wife, I just feel like, I know Madam Patricia the other day was like, forget about what I'm saying. I just feel like, we should still pray for them. Everybody has a right to judge the way they want to judge, but still pray for them. Madam, the lady that, sorry, I always forget her name. The love of God is my strength. She said something when she called, and I heard it. And I've spoken about this on this channel before. People were laughing. I talk about sexual addiction. It's a problem. It is a problem. She said something in first act. She knew him, and there was this thing like, oh, he was all over, having so many other women and all that. Till now, he's gonna be 50 this year, so they say. He's still. Listen. Annie has an issue. TwoFace has, and they're two broken people. They need therapy. I'm gonna stop here, Mr. Elvis, because of your bell. Thank you very much for being patient.
All right.
With me.
Madam Rita, I would like to come in and to this your submission, because this your submission is a little bit biased. You know why I said it's biased? You blame men who have money, who have resources to con women into their life and all that, married, blah, blah, blah. But my question to you first, before I move on to the other one, is that are you telling us that TwoFace deceived Annie even when Annie knew that TwoFace have children left or right? Deceived Annie into the marriage?
Can I answer the question?
Yes.
TwoFace did not deceive Annie. I don't believe it. I said something before I finished. I said, we have two broken people. Annie had her issues, self-esteem issues, daddy issues.
No. What you said before you just mentioned that two people broken and all that. You said men, use their money to intimidate people, girls to marry them and all that. There's a way you put it on.
No, I was saying there are two aspects of men, in terms of this polygamy thing. I was talking about the polygamy. I wasn't referring to TwoFace. I said that there are two aspects of
using their resources to force women into marrying them.
I didn't use the word force. I said they take advantage of the lack of the deficit. Mr. Elvis, can I finish so you can understand? Mr. Elvis, please, I'll be quick. I said that there are two aspects that I see. There are many aspects, but I just mentioned two. The first one, I said many men who go into polygamy. I was talking on the topic of polygamy. Number one, some men but because of the fact that they know that there are women who just want to get to them because of this poverty alleviation thing. They take that as an advantage because they know that the woman is disadvantaged, and because they want to use their phallus. Mr. Elvis.
That's what I'm saying. That was Annie disadvantaged.
And listen, Mr. Elvis. Annie, just like everybody else, could have a deficit of so many other things. I don't know her from Adam, but based on her person, listen, Mr. Elvis. Both of them didn't come from wealthy homes, as far as we know. So there's nobody financially disadvantaged in anything. That's why I said nobody's forced anybody into the relationship. There are two broken people that sought solace in themselves, especially for one of them who was very young, which was Annie, and then they grew up in this toxic union, and now it's blown into something else. Both of them are affected in different ways. So I think you're misconstruing my words, or you're probably not understanding what I'm saying. There are two broken people right from the get-go. They had deficit in whatever it is they were dealing with.
Naija Watch, Margarita, Naija Watch. Let me tell you, those questions you're asking, Madam Rita, it might not be relevant because Madam Rita is already against polygamy. So when you ask those questions, you are just she cannot answer it to your own satisfaction.
In this channel,
no. Wait. We know where we stand. We know where we stand.
I would not practice polygamy. No, because you just made an accusation. See, when you guys are talking, sometimes.
Oh, I retrieved the word that you are against it. I don't know the modern word to use just to make a reference that you're already standing on the other side.
Can I teach you something? I was listening to somebody today, and I probably look for that video and share with Mr. Elvis. There's something very important that men don't understand. A woman can say so many other things, so many things, and a man can say few things. But however, the reason why a woman would say so many things is because the man has still not captured what is really in her heart. The man will just capture her words and just make assumptions. You kind of indirectly do it to me, especially you. Black Panther, especially you. You just said she's against polygamy. Come on. I never said that.
Margarita, please hold on. You also went on your initial statement by saying that how do we, because I believe that's why you mentioned my name from the beginning of the broadcast, but you did not let me know why you mentioned my name. But I think this is why you mentioned my name. You said how people define wealth. If by defining wealth by having 7 children or having children and all that, is that how you define wealth in this postmodernism? Right? That was your statement, right? So you tell me, and you are telling me now that a man that is wealthy because he have 4 children from different women, now the man is useless. Automatically, he's already useless,
No,
right?
oh my God. Am I so difficult to understand? I don't understand. Mr. Elvis.
But that's what you said now.
I wasn't
that
even
the definition of a man having 7 children is not a good definition of wealthy. That's what you said now.
Mr. Elvis, let me explain. Sorry, I'm not laughing at what you're saying, because what you're saying is a very good question, because it's good for me to clarify myself so people get to understand me better, or rather understand the topic better. I was talking about, I repeat, I was talking about polygamy. I was talking about polygamy. I wasn't even referring to what you were saying. I said in the days of our forefathers, 17th century, 12th century, 18th century, even as close as 19th century, people were defining what wealth meant. It wasn't cars or gold or diamond. No, they defined wealth by the number of women that is under your roof, not the ones that somehow will have one in Jericho, the other one will be in Nigeria. That's how they define. But present day. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, Margarita, let's assume we already understand that. Me want to ask you this question.
Mr. Elvis, you don't understand because you're cutting me off.
Hold on. In postmodernism, how do you define wealth?
How do I define wealth?
No, yeah, because you just told us how they define wealth during the time of Tere of our forefathers. Now, in postmodernism, how do you define wealth?
I think wealth is how people define it is personal. For me, wealth is having good health. Wealth is having good relationship with the people around you and your community. Wealth is being kind to people. Wealth is if you have the opportunity to have resources, share it with people. Okay. Wealth is also not judging people. So that's why I say the way I'm saying
Nadia Wash, let me say something here.
Let me quickly let me finish this part. You will say something. Madam Rita, do you know that all that you've just said, a man could still have 24 children and have all these qualities?
Agreed, totally. Of course. Definitely.
So then that comparison.
Mr. Elvis, listen, we have to be honest. We all know, even Black Panther said it. He said it in his submission. How many people were looking at marrying multiple children, multiple women and having so many children because community needed to build up. It needed to build, population needed to grow. And wealth was defined like people raising their children to till the soil, to till the land. It was a necessary thing and it wasn't frowned upon. People didn't look at the negative part of it at all. It was just something that everybody just followed suit. I said that was happening. Oh, that man is a wealthy man. Oh, he has 10 wives. He has 200 children. They respected such a man. And that man took the mantle of being what it is to be a man. It's not just having the children. The men stood up to be, I am the man. People respected him. He took his role. He took his role. He took his role. I know why I repeated it 3 times. He took the role as a man. His wives and children respected him. However, now, today, will you define that as a man who is wealthy? Many women will say, what did they worry that man? In this day and time, what did they worry him? People will like, oh, no wonder the man not dead there now. Most of the children, their head no correct. One be thief. The other one ashy. The other one is just dysfunctional. Because men don't have time as before. They all went to the farm together. They communed together. They lived and they ate together. Now, if you want to be a polygamous, look at Fayose's brother. He's in Nigeria. He's in Nigeria. Listen, he's in Nigeria. All those children, listen, Mr. Elvis.
Nigeria, no, Madam Rita, you don't pass line. Let me say something.
Hold on. Let me conclude.
Black Panther, you don't talk. Another person.
Mokuna, wait now. Let me just quickly say this. Everybody will talk. I beg. Madam Rita, I still disagree with you in your definition of wealth from that initial submission. But now, because for you to go in comparison with Tele and now in postmodernism, then, you could not give us a proper definition of wealth. For me, my understanding of wealth, and after my research right now, a common, in common belief, wealth can be defined as an abundance of objects bearing economic merit or the condition of being able to control or possesses such items, most commonly in the form of money. So it means if you are rich, just be kind, but your money can do everything for you. Ned Owoko, you mentioned his name. Ned Owoko married Regina Daniel today as his wife, or seventh wife. I don't know how many wives he don't marry. Because of his wealth, Imama agreed. You thank God that you saw that. Imama agreed. Even Regina himself, that were being rigid from beginning and all that. Now she's proud of her husband, posting her husband left and right and all that. So at least according to what I just said right now, most commonly in the form of money, the item, any single thing that you can achieve, as long as you are a good person. So your bullet pointing of the definition of wealth, somebody who has 78 children can still have those qualities. So for me, I believe anybody, you want to say something?
Yes. The definition of wealth on Google is not my definition of wealth, and I never said that a man who has multiple children cannot be has money is not a wealthy person.
That's what it stands for. Yes,
that's not what I meant until you asked me what is my own definition, because your definition of
Natasha, what you are saying is what you mean, and what you are saying is going to the way of my Mr. Naija Watch. Don't say people don't understand. People understand you.
You guys don't understand. It's okay. And I'm okay with it too.
Yes. So, Margarita, let's just leave it like that, because when you went to Tele,
it's not going to go away, but I'll leave it for now. It ain't going to go away.
Our forefathers, they will not come to postmodernism. And then, I wanted to be sure, what is the definition of wealth? Since you've told all the definition since you told all the definition of wealth during the time of Tele. Now, what is the definition of wealth in postmodernism? Then your definition was still not aligning, because someone who has 78 children can still have the same definition. Anyway, let's move on. Thank you very much, Ma. At least we all are learning here. Thank you so much, you all. I would like us to move on right now. The next person that needs to speak to us, I understand all of you wanted to say something at the same time, but just hold on for your time and you can expatiate on this particular topic. It's a very important topic for every one of us. Like I stated before, anybody that want to have engaged in polygamous and all that, think about your children. Don't if you're angry with your wife and all that, because sometimes anger make us do this thing. I bet maybe woman get out, let she do this. But think about your children. Prince Collins, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. You have 8 minutes, then I'll come to Oga Louis Omorodio before Mr. Oduwa. Oga Prince Collins, it's good to have you on the show. Talk to us, sir.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, very clear, sir. Your 8 minutes starts now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me stay on existing protocol. I will not forget to say a good thank you to Mommy Diaspora for what she's doing in the background, and my viewers and those in the comment section. Elvis Presley, I greet you. I had Presley today because you look special today. All right. You see, so you see the issue of polygamy briefly. I think for me, some polygamies, are not deliberate. Some are circumstantial. At times, circumstance can lead to polygamy. About 50%. A theory has shown that about 40 to 50% of polygamy, are not deliberate. Like for instance, if we have to use a typical example from our land, where you see, because of the circumstances that the same land has kept us, our families try to, most times decide that one of the head, maybe the husband or the wife, should go abroad. And most times it happens to the wife, should move to Western world or other part of the world for a greener pasture. And because of the fact that the place are well arranged and organized, and due to documents that is necessary over there, most of them, they try to get married to get the document when they see that they're going to be deported and resources are going to be wasted. So they get married as a source of a way to, to get document, like places like Japan and Germany whereby if you don't get married to their people, you won't get a document. Some of them become in the assumption that, okay, let me get married. At the end of the day, if I get document, I will leave this woman and go back to my wife or my husband. At the end of the day, the system will not change. The face of the system will not keep changing, and you see that the person is on it. And maybe leaving a wife or whoever behind here, because of the rate of poverty that is still endemic in that same land, that person that is back home will still, stay in the marriage, because especially women, she has no option. She has to stay back. Then before you know, the man will travel back and keep with the wife. Before you know, he still goes back and keep. Before you know, it's already polygamy. I've got a lot of friends that that fell into that trap, and today they couldn't get out of it. So some that could get out there, they already have children outside wedlock already, which is already one of the polygamists. So when you call a polygamist, they are very annoyed to be addressed like that. So these are circumstances, and one of the examples that I can give, the fact that Nigeria have more women as well, than men, because our women, our men are dying every day. They are dying, due to political instability. Crime is rampant, and the law enforcement agents are killing our people. People are being made. People are being kidnapped. Reducing women courtesan and other activities. Every day the women are getting increased and all that. You see that most of them, they commit themselves to a relationship that they wouldn't have. So that is why I use the word circumstances. So government is not doing the right thing in terms of support. So polygamy becomes a rescue and a means of poverty alleviation program. That's what polygamy means. For example, a government gave a typical example to us the other time when they married our young girls from ID camp, that was supposed to be in schools, that was supposed to be sponsored by the government to give good life. They married them to men to avoid government responsibility. So, and people that married those wives, many of them, people that married those women, many of them have wives already at home. So, it's the circumstances of Nigeria. So, if I have to, narrow it down to what Fayose's brother was saying, he was just explaining himself because he was lucky to be one of those that have succeeded in polygamy. A lot of people would have that luck to succeed like that, and many people would want to leave their marriage because they want to, become a polygamist. But not emphasizing on that much because it's not relevant. Nigerians, have no subsidy. They don't have loan. They don't have grant. They don't have support. They don't have mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional assistance in any way that they can use to assist their citizens. So citizens are floating on their own like the plastic of empty container that is put on top of the water that is just floating, be carried here and there by different wind direction. So if you are in that kind of circumstances, you find it very difficult to survive. So whatever that is available becomes your availability. Your availability, becomes your choice because you don't have a better option. That is what I am saying. Those, like, you see that guy said something. He said, fortunately for me, I don't suffer what my guys are suffering here when they struggle for school fees, struggle for this and that, struggle for that. When you are in a society that supports your well-being, whether polygamy or whatever, like in the UK, for instance, the society supports teenage pregnancy. When you are pregnant at the teenage age and you want to have that child, you just, let the government know. They take care of it and make sure you succeed because it's a mistake that you have made. You must not die on it. So when the government is very, very sensitive of what the people need, whether polygamy or whatever system you want to participate on, the government will support you to the highest level. And at the end of the day, if anything comes out of it by a mistake, they will take you in for it and punish you for it accordingly. But Nigeria is very sensitive of all these things. So if we have to go by the way of saying that those that have come to, I'm trying to see the submission he has given, that he's enjoying that dividends of democracy in abroad because he can't keep suffering, paying hospital bills, paying school fees, paying health wise, paying for road, paying for light, paying for fuel, paying for water back home. It's a plus to his own life. That is why he could survive that life of polygamy. But if you look at it vividly, this person has come back home to support people back home because he knows that the government is not doing the right thing. He knows what support means. That is what those of us that have traveled into a developed world and have enjoyed the dividends of democracy are supposed to be doing. Is back home spending 100 million on it every year. Even as token as 1-2 million, if you spend every year as your own budget, you are supporting people back home because people need it. The government is not interested. So he's supporting people back home because he's sensitive of the fact that what he's enjoying over there is not people here are not enjoying it. So that same man came and support through democratic process by emphasizing, directing his resources towards Obi's campaign because he knows that when we have a clean election, we'll have clean leader that will make the nation, move forward in the right direction. That is why he supported. He saw that he didn't win. He said it clearly that Obi won the election, but they took the mandate from him. Then he relaxed. He's not even supporting his brother, just like our brother Elvis that is saying that, oh, I'm from family that are strongly into party. Probably if Elvis was, aligned with his family in terms of a democracy, maybe by now would have been one of those members of Senate or reps or even probably a contesting governor if he has not won. But he said he's not interested. That is exactly what I saw in this guy. He said he's not interested in his brother because he was a governor, blah, 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 blah. He shouldn't be following up and down. This is a man of himself. That is what he's supposed to be. And that is why I keep saying that if you have lived and enjoyed the dividends of democracy abroad, and you come back home to Africa to support impunity and political instability, you enhance these things. You are either insane or you are foolish because you work against your belief and you are hypocrites. People like this are cost to the land where they come from because you work against the power and the spirit that made you. So those that are coming from this Western world to support this kind of thing, this is exactly what they are doing. So the sin that you commit always, chase you in face. So some of you end up chasing shadows because whatever you make out of this does not even stand the test of time. People around you, they live in abject poverty, and you end up sending the same money to support people that are not your responsibility. So let me stop here, Mr. Elvis. Meanwhile, this has become, a punishment as a circle around us back home. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for having me. Maybe if we have more time, I'll emphasize on this. It is better to leave a Western world and go and do the right thing back home. Whether you are benefiting from it or not, do the right thing so that posterity will judge you in future. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prince Collins. Thank you very much for that angle and the proper understanding of polygamy and wealth. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, I would like us to move on. I got a comment from Amaka E. Amaka E. This one not true. He said Ned Walker said he was marrying many women because he was helping them so that they don't end up in hookups. You see,
Which is the poverty allegation that I said, Mr. Elvis.
Margarita, what are you going to say about this? The man
poverty allegation.
He's a nice man.
Well,
Nigeria Watch, that this word that they are saying, polygamy is a poverty alleviation system, is very wrong, and I'll prove it here. Thank you.
Okay.
We know it's not right. You can prove it, but we know that is what it is.
Okay, just hold on. Margarita, quickly, 30 seconds.
Let me talk again now because Black Panther is counteracting. Listen, whoever wants to go into polygamy, that's your prerogative. If you are a man and you want to practice it, you got to be prepared to be like our forefathers, to take the reins and control your home, take care of the women and take care of the children equally. You should be ready. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Hello,
Mr. Alvis, are you waiting for me to speak again? Maybe the next person should speak. Mr.
Okay,
Lewis,
you are done. Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what happened. But meanwhile, our guy Luis Amarajan, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. 8 minutes.
Hello, hi, good afternoon, everyone.
My take on polygamy, I think, I've on many occasions talked about this. I said polygamy. I don't. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We are
Hello?
hearing you. We dey hear you. Your state of polygamy.
Hello?
I think
You know they hear us. We dey hear you. We can hear you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
nine network then. So that means you guys can hear me. I thought it was
Hello?
my network. Okay, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr. Lewis.
Hello?
I think
Even the people who don't look who can hear you, sir. Okay. Let's come back to you. Your network is failing, sir. Just leave. Yes. Before you come back, Mr. Oduwa, please talk to us, sir. Your 8 minutes starts now. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Naija Wash. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Mommy in Diaspora. Good evening, the commenters, listeners, and viewers. Happy Saturday to everybody. Thank you. The state of polygamy. It is not only man that is doing polygamy. Well, in Nigeria that we came from, there are some villages in my neighbor states. Women do marry 5, marry 2, marry 3. So when people say it is a choice, and our father do it, our forefather do it, and polygamy will not stop. It's a lifestyle. So whether the people are trying to practice Roma this thing and impose it on people, even the Roma, why do they divorce and marry another one? If polygamy, it's just because a way of trying to put. That is why even today here in Italy that I live, their young boys don't want to marry anymore because of the conditions that they are putting on the men. So that is why now they now want to have baby father and baby mama. That is what is mostly happening now everywhere because of the bad conditions of the Roman law they put on people. Married to one man, married to one woman. I will use myself as example. In my street, Sokbomba Road, Asoro Street, off Sokbomba Road, there was a man, their house is very close to us. After the fence, you pass second Nwerule, then you get to our house. So because that man, they married to one nurse working in UBTH. So there was a day, the man, when he went out, he did not come on time, or I don't know what. Did you know that this man was ringing their bed to enter house? Nobody came out to open door. But if you are to beat polygamy, there must be a children of the other woman that will come and open the door. Did you know how the man now enter his own gate into his own house? It was when our big brothers, when that do patrol everywhere in the country that nobody can talk to them. They were not the one who escort the man to the house. The woman that did not open gate now open gate for those big brothers to enter house and pack whatever they have and left. So these are the reason our father married more than one wife. That if this woman is misbehaving with his children or her children, then the other woman will not do so. If the second woman do so, the third one will not do so. And that is why in polygamy, every woman wants to fight for their own children. But they will tell you have to give your father respect because he's the man of the house. Now, we talk of to acquire wealth. Yes, it is for wealth. Polygamy, you're able to have 5 children, you're able to dominate society. That is, you're able to provide. That was the reason you have 4 children. Today, it is the same to dominate. It's what makes you wealthy. We know that they say head is wet, wet is head. Yes, that one is clear. But in other hand, it is what you achieve. Like Dangote is wealthy. So he's rich man because he has money. He has what object. Like people that advertise their many cars, like one of our senator. He's wealthy. So wealthy does not make person responsible. That is 2 different things. The person is rich doesn't mean he's responsible. Person can have the Holy Ghost state, but it's not responsible. That is why our brother is ready, but I do not see him as a responsible person who said, I have children here, I have children there, I have children there. It is the government that is taking care of those children. So I'm not like you people here that you are suffering to take care of your own. So did you see the two different things? Very worthy, yes. So you talk with them, but your presence is not with them the way it's supposed to be. But where everywhere, in the book of Bible, in the book of Isaiah chapter 4, it said that we come when women, 4 women will be dragging for one man. Just let us be your name. Is it not the same people who told us that we married to one man, one woman? In the book of 2 Timothy 3, Paul said, if you want to be an elder of the church, that is where you cannot marry more than one. So the Bible did not say you must marry one or you must not marry one. It is choice. Now, the people used to say polygamy, it is because of poverty. No, it's not to alleviate people's poverty. That one said it's just to marry him because of don't want them to do hookup. That is pure lie. A woman can be in your house and will still be doing hookup. Okay, if it is by wedding, why is it that the wedding people, their wife as the one who bring outside children to them to come and be taken care of? So lifestyle. You see, yesterday when I was talking, I said goat and fowl, nama, they doesn't pay dowry to anybody. They just marry and they marry to any woman they like of their choice. That one have children, we still go to another one. That is how God create human, create life. It is people that condition one another and said, no, don't do it this way. You start doing this way. That is where today, because of people, because of the conditions that our people put us, that is why you see that a woman, my brother gave example just now that our brother went to Japan, went to this, and they live there, they now become polygamy because of this condition. Then the woman wait for the man because of poverty. No, the woman did not wait for the man because of poverty. The woman wait for the man because the dignity of herself and the dignity we know as marriage. That is why the woman decided to keep himself and say, I'm waiting for the man. If the woman, do they cut her hand or her leg? If you go to do curry farm, is it not food you want to eat? You eat food and you wear clothes. Poverty is gone. So when people say, or when you have to sleep, when you do not have house to sleep, by the time you struggle for yourself. But the reason that people are poor, it is the mentality we have. That is the reason we are poor. We don't think of our value. We don't think of what tomorrow will become for us. A person who have 5 children, now you the brother will not be the one to take care of your brother 5 children. Your father give birth to 300 children. They will say the senior son should come and carry the load, or the junior one should come and carry the load. No, if you are giving birth, take care of, you have to give birth to the children you can take care of. Then those children has to also plan for the children they want to take care of. They want to give birth to. So don't give birth to 5 children and say, I will be the one to come and take care of them. That is the reason that our people are poor. Because a person want to carry the load that is not supposed to be his own. Can anybody, we that come from the side, can only one tell us that this is the family business that all the family are doing together to save tomorrow for themselves? No. We don't do that because we don't plan for tomorrow. Then the only tradition they now give to us that don't worry about tomorrow, tomorrow will take care of themselves. And those are the ones who told you now that they don't marry polygamy, polygamy is this and that. So these are the things that is destroying the mentality. Polygamy or not polygamy is just a choice. And it will never end. It will still keep on going on. Thank you, Mr. Jawash. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Odowa, thank you very much, sir, for that deep explanation concerning polygamy. But I'd like us to see if Sir Louis can talk to us now. Sir Louis, let's see if your network is stable.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead, talk to us.
Thank you. Sorry. Earlier on, my phone was acting up. The issue of polygamy. This is my take on it. I think I've said it to some people before. I said I don't support it and I don't promote it either. I don't support it because I've seen so many people who were unable to manage theirs properly, and I don't promote. I'm not against it. It's a choice for whoever wants to go into it. If you have right now, polygamy is very expensive. It's no longer the way it was done in the past, where a man marry many wives, living in a little house, marry so many wives, they will just give birth. As at that time, you have to think about taking care of those children, the school fees and everything. And also, if you look at it, when they say men are naturally polygamous, it's not actually all men, because if you look at it in the ancient times, in the 16th century, 17th century, or 14th century, not all men were polygamous at that time. So many men still married one wife. So not all men. So this thing is a choice. These days, what do we have now? We have a system now where most young boys these days, you go to the UK, for example, in London, you see one boy having almost close to like 4 baby mamas. In the US, the same thing. You see a guy having close to like maybe 6 baby mamas. You know why? Because the system says, because they understand how difficult it is for you to be with one woman. So they just do their thing. So if you look at it, that is still part of I think it's still a modern way that polygamy now exists in the Western countries. Now, I've seen men who preached against it. They preached against it, but they'll tell you, I love my wife. They have secret children. In fact, I went to a funeral of a pastor in London years ago. During the burial ceremony of that pastor, another woman came with 2 children. So that man was fathering other children. The wife did not even know. So, it's a different thing now. People lie to themselves. Because so many people this polygamy of a thing. For the side of the man, of we men, so many men today openly, I've said it, that so many people openly condemn what they secretly admire. They come out to the open, they say, oh, I hate polygamy. But secretly, they wish they had it. Some of them have some side chicks. Some of them have baby mamas. Now, I said something. One Nollywood lady said something some time ago. She said, if all the rich men in Nigeria were faithful to their wives, he said, do you know the people that would have suffered it the most? He said, ladies. He said, there are so many ladies today that went to universities in Nigeria that sugar daddy paid their school fees all through. So many ladies today started business in Nigeria. Who gave them the money? Sugar daddies. So imagine if all men were faithful to their wives. You see, so this discussion is, I'm just going here and there. I don't even know how to tidy it up together. It's large. Now, when Regina Daniel married that man, I can tell you there were so many ladies I knew in the UK who were posting on their social media. Oh, congratulations, I'm so happy for her. Oh, she's so blessed. And I said to one woman, I said, you are happy that Regina Daniel married this man. I said, so imagine if it was your husband that married another lady, how will you feel? That got me to understand that there are so many women who today envy that woman. These are women who are married. They actually wish they wish they are Regina Daniels. And that is still where the self-deception comes in. There are people today who just wish that they just marry one. They just, one lady was saying something one day. She said, why would a big Kubana be with one wife? And I looked at her, I said, well, I don't know if he outside chicks, but I always like the way he played with his wife in public, the way he said, well, he's so rich, why will he be with one wife? So you see that kind of mentality. It's a situation where if a man has so much money, why should one woman just enjoy that old money? There should be many women in his life. So we live in a society where to so many women, they don't mind, they don't care if they are with a man as far as the man has money. So polygamy in a way, in this era is you have the money to take care of the women. It's very expensive, it's not cheap. I think was it on Blank Matter who said it just that if you want to go into it, you have to be very careful because it's very, very expensive to have 2 women in your life. Now, there are different modern ways of how many polygamous men go over it. Now, I know some polygamous men that have one wife in their house, but they have 2 or 3 other women. In fact, I have a friend in Benin. The dad then was one of the oil contractor in Warri then. He had a wife in Warri that was living with him. He bought a house in Benin. My friend's mother, there are 4 of them, 4 children for this man. He also have another wife in Port Harcourt, have one in Lagos. You see, so and they were still married. So his own pattern of polygamy is I only have one woman in my house, but I have other women out there. Some will say no, all the women must be in my house. Some will not even marry at all. They also have one woman that they are married to, but they'll have other children that the wife don't even know about. Some will not even marry at all, but they also have babies from baby mamas everywhere. So polygamy is one thing I've come to see that we never stop. Even though I support it or not, but it will never stop, because as far as we go on, there are always going to be men who will just have women in their lives. There are also many women that love it. They don't care to know their man have other women. As far as they're okay, the man gives them what they want. That financial part of them is settled. So it's a discussion that cannot end. And the thing is, Nigeria as a country is part of our tradition, right? Part of our culture. You know, and there's no culture in Nigeria that is against it. Even though many Christians will come to say, well, the Bible says a man should be with one wife. Majority of us who say those things, let me tell you something. See, give every Nigerian man that lives in Canada or UK, and give every Nigerian man £1 million in the UK. I tell you that 80% of them will divorce their wife. I tell you now, give every Nigerian man £1 million in the UK. 80% or if not 90%, they will divorce their wives. Give all Nigerian women, give all of them £1 million. I can tell you that 95%, if not 90%, will leave their husbands. Some of them are just there. Maybe let's just say now, if we leave this man, what would society say? If I leave this man, what would culture say? People are just there because society, culture, religion, deep from their heart, they are not actually happy where they are. And I've seen so many that just they're not because they actually love their marriage. They actually wish they were Regina Daniels. There are many women today that wish they were Regina Daniels. They just wish, they know what, she's rich, she gets on a private jet, she's driving a Rolls Royce. If that was me, God, please make my own happen. So I begin to see the woman who is married say, God, make my own happen. How? This is what I've seen, not someone said it. So I think somehow, to a large extent, we deceive ourselves. We are hypocrites in nature. Nigerians, Africans, we are hypocrites. Most times, what we like is not what we have. We just pretend to show to the world that we are happy where we are, whereas we are not. We openly condemn what we secretly admire. That's one thing I've noticed about many people. I'll stop for now. I don't know if it's my time, but I really don't have much to say. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, I have a question.
Bring it on.
Mr. Elvis is not here. Hi, Mr. Lewis. The question I have is, in 2023, I think everybody heard it. Mr. Elvis, I was asking you a question.
Okay, quickly, yeah.
Okay, the question is, I remember 2023, yes, Oba Elebushi's wife, Olori Sekina, she said something. She said a lot of things about polygamy. She said her husband's love for women doesn't bother her, and that, a man that will not womanize is yet to be born, or a man that that doesn't cheat is yet to be born. Is that true?
Sorry, a quick one. Like I said earlier on, I said something. I said, in the 13th century, 14th century, not all men were polygamous. So, when people keep saying African men used to marry many wives, what you should know is not all African men were polygamous at that time. So, polygamy is still a choice. Right now, we have people today who many of them claim to be to maintain a single marriage or monogamous marriage, but deep within them, they are still secretly doing it.
Thank you. All right. Sir Louis, your submission, where I really, really do agree with you, is that polygamous is even more expensive now. Chai. So not be the time that they put there for inside one house. They say you this week now your turn, the other one like your turn. It's very, very expensive now. For those of you that want to go into polygamy, they get that from mind, say, hey, you go collect. Anyway, Oga Prince Alabo, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. I'll give you same 8 minutes so that we can have our 2 minutes to round up the show. Talk to us, sir. Okay, Prince Alabo, it looks like you're not there. We just need to move on now. Let me come to Black Panther. Before that, Black Panther, Jaja, thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you, sir. I'm very, very grateful. My pocket never runs dry.
Naja, what are they? I don't face a big brother.
All right. Okay, go ahead now, sir. Your 8 minutes starts now. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Naja. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, my fellow panelists. Happy Valentine to everyone. Yeah, Nigerians, good evening. Mommy Diaspora, I appreciate everyone, everything you've been doing. God bless every one of us. I listened to my guy Isaac. Just one place I did not agree with him, which some of us misunderstand this issue of INEC. INEC is not the problem. INEC chairman is not. If you remove INEC chairman today and Tinubu appoint the person, he can even do worse thing than Mahmoud. Our problem is the institution. without electoral reform, where even you are sitting as INEC chairman, will not even have any power to manipulate. If you manipulate, you will face capital punishment. Everyone will straight. So it's about us backing everything by law. You know, this is the law. If you buy a person, you know what will happen to you. If you steal, you know what will happen to you. And we'll have to do something in a way that to empower our institution, make it more stronger than the people. In the Western country where we are not seeing police like the way we see in Nigeria running around like that. But because the institution is stronger than the people follow the law of the land because they don't want to, they know the consequences of any negative things they do. But in the Nigeria case, it's a different thing entirely. Our leaders, this set of leaders, have made us understand Nigeria are adjusting to corruption and it has become a way of life. So people doing things wrongly, they just do it and see, it's our way now. That is a normal way. So it becomes a way of life. So somebody, that's why you will see police will just stop and be collecting money from motorists. Before you reach a checkpoint, you will give 500 each car. It becomes a way of life to them. So they are not seeing it as if it's corruption. When you talk, I stand under this sun from morning and night, and you expect me, how will I do? How will I do this? You sign a contract, you are receiving salary. They are paying you for the salary. Then you go on the road, taxing people, taking those money through the wrong way. So they don't see it as if it's a wrong thing. They see it as if they are suffering for the country and the country is not giving them. This is the way we'll get our own national cake. So until we address this issue in our country, everyone walking on the street today of Nigeria, most people are living with this mentality. You want to go to any government office to do anything. Nobody wants to go through the due process to follow it and say, I want to do my biometric, I want to do this. Everyone believes that you have to be somebody standing. You will go in front of a government office where you want to do something. You see another people open office opposite the government. Some people are standing outside openly telling you, give me so amount of money. In 1 hour, you will get this thing. Then meanwhile, you go into the government office. It will take you 1 year to succeed that thing. But somebody is outside and somebody is in the government office empowering those people. And that is how they make the money. So if it is 5 naira in the government office, you will pay 100 naira outside to get those things. So it becomes a way of life. Even you live in your house, you are leaving your house, I'm going to MTN office. You are even praying. When I get to the MTN office, let me see these people so that I can do the back way. They make it look nice. It becomes a way of life. And we are living with it, going with it. Until we overhaul our institution, empower the institution that people will be scared of the consequences. In UK, where some of us are, if you drive and you overspeed, they will give you one. If you have not done before, they will give you the speeding awareness course because you have never made that mistake. That is a warning for you. And that course expires after 3 years. So within this period, if you make any other mistake, you will have it. They will take your license from you, or you will have 6 points or 3 points. Your insurance will increase. Even where you are working, you will have issue. People will ask you questions. So nobody wants to go through this process of to go through. I want to go. I will not have my license to do. People are scared of institution because they know the consequences. But in our country, we don't have anything that is working that way. Even the people who are managing the institution are more corrupt. So this is where we are having problem. So the major problem we have today is overhauling the INEC, backing it with law, which is the electoral reform we are talking about. So any leader who wants to step in to act as INEC chairman will follow the law, will abide by the law. If he does anything against the wishes of Nigerians, he will suffer the consequences. Everyone will walk and everyone will obey the law. This is the only way for us to go forward. If you like, go and block INEC office. Mahmoud should go today. It's same Tinubu that will appoint. But if we have a better electoral reform, we are not even the president that will be appointing INEC. Even if it is president that is appointing INEC, there is nothing wrong. In Western places, US, they appoint the attorney, they appoint people, but the same people will challenge the leaders and say, no, I took an oath to serve the nation and not to serve you. So these are the things that is very important. If we begin to empower our institution, and it will start from politicians, our leaders, who will steal money, and they will settle money with the judges, and they will go scot-free. Then a man who picks something from the road, they will throw him into jail. And when they throw you into jail, they don't even visit your case anymore. That is why you see millions of innocent Nigerians in the prison today. But politicians who are stealing will settle with the judge, settle, and they will take the money and divide it with EFCC. They will divide it with the judge. Even EFCC sometimes will not even see 5 naira from them. So this is a kind of a system we are operating. So every Nigerians, I plead with you, let's begin this move. Electoral reform that will be backed by law. Anyone who wants to step in to serve as an INEC rec, they will abide by the rules. If they make mistake and do anything, they will face the consequences. That is the only way out. God bless every one of us. Sorry for taking much of your time.
All right. Thank you very much, Oga Prince Alabo. It's good to have you on the show, and thanks for your submission. The last person, supposedly, Abdul Malik, talk to us. Good evening to you. You have your 8 minutes as well.
Yeah, greeting to you, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, my brother.
Greeting to everybody in the panel. Greeting to Nigerian. This Fayose, ISAAK Fayose, you see, what he said is right, but there is one thing, it's like I disagree with him because INEC is good to be changed, but INEC is not the problem. If you see now, INEC is appointed position, is not elected, it's by appointment. Even though you change the INEC, is it not executive arm of government that will appoint another INEC? They will appoint the one that they can talk to, they can use. They will not give the one that due to the position. Yeah, that is the problem. Even though you sack Mahmoud Yakub today, they are the one that will appoint another INEC. Probably they will appoint the one that they can use for the next election, 2024 election. That is not the major problem. The problem is this. The institution, the system is corrupt. That is what they need to fix. Yeah, it is corrupt. Why can't they do election like the way other countries do? They see at the as it's going in Vivas. Why can't they do it like that? That is the best way to. It's better than to coalition. Yeah, that is the problem. It's not really INEC. For me, it's not really INEC. That is the major problem. Because INEC, even though you change INEC today, as the executive arm of government, they will appoint another INEC, which is the one that they can use, not the one that due to the position. No, that is what they will do. Yes, they need to, before 2027 election, they need to know what to do. All parties, they need to agree on one thing. Yeah, to make sure an electoral reform is reformed and is concluded before then. Without that, there is nothing will change. Everything will be the same. You see, this polygamy issue, for me, polygamy, when you are financially buoyant, is good. Yeah, when you are financially, you can sponsor, you can finance, you can spend. You understand? You can financially buoyant to both of the party, both of the wives. Is good, but it's not good when you are not buoyant. When you are not financially buoyant, it's not good. It's very bad because every day you'll be saying different commotion every day, different program every day. You see, in Nigeria today, the government is everything we are saying is still depend on the government. You see, they don't help anything. Look at what this Isaac said, right? Now you see Europe, how they live in Europe. It's not that you will not spend, you will spend, but the spend you will spend, your spending is less. It's not as Nigerian. But Nigeria, you use your head, carry everything. That is the problem. And women nowadays, they don't want to do anything just because of most of them, they depend on their husband. And when you see now the world now, women are more than the men. Yeah, that's why you see some women, they don't care, even though they want to go into polygamy, because you see some women, 30 years, 35 years, 40 years, they are not yet got married. Yeah, that is, you cannot even expect that, because woman, at least when you're up to 60, something like that, you cannot produce again. But man, you can produce too when you are 60. That's why women is advise women to be married quickly. It's advisable, because when you are getting to 60, you cannot produce. But man, even those 70s, you can produce. That is the problem. Polygamy is not bad thing, but if you can take care of them, even according to my Quran, he said that if you can take care of them, not that you cannot take care of them, you marry. No, it's not good. Because nobody married to suffer. No. But if you can take care of them, if you can afford, you can do it. It's good for you. But without that, don't do it. It's not good. Even in the eyes of God, it's haram. It's forbidding something. Just like you go to take somebody, put somebody for suffering. No. It's not advisable. And in the other hand, before man left, if you are a polygamy as a man, make sure you share all your will with your lawyer before you left the world. Yeah, so that commotion will not be there. Yeah, that because after you left, it must be a commotion somehow. But make sure you share everything you have, the will, with your lawyer before you left the world, so that everything will be peaceful after you left this world. Understand? Thank you very much, Mr. Najawad.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Gabriel Scholars, why you can't on your camera now? Offer now. Yeah. What will they see for your seal for them? You don't understand that move. Eh? Gabriel Scholars. Okay. Oh, I don't know what you put for that. Not be doors. Not be doors.
I hope not be juju be that one. No.
Not be doors. Not be doors they put on top of ropes. So
That's like a pipe. It's like a pipe.
It be like doors. So
It's not
Now
just.
all these British pipe, when they take pipe past palo, now then now British.
Off your camera la. All right, guys.
So I put my phone for bedroom. I analyze my bedroom.
You know, we just the try gist what you put for son. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That was a mistake. That was my children's bedroom. I tried to clean it up.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. I think we should move on right now. We're going to have our final submission. Black Panther, 2 minutes, please, sir. Thank you.
I beg you, add 1 minute for me, please. I want to say something here. You see, when we want to make reference, because this is more or less academic and we are all learning. When we want to make reference, you cannot make reference to Don Jazzy. That is you're obstructing the line. if you make reference to Don Jazzy, that it's a poverty mentality. That is the way of life of a people, is poverty alleviation. That is wrong. But I won't go into that now. I'll go into that late, maybe when in time when we do some other broadcast, because that's a very wide topic. But I want to tell you guys that today we talk about population. How do we build our population? It's causing problem around the world. Africa has been, and what is making Africa what it is today in terms of population growth is what we call, what we are saying that is wrong. That is what made Africa what it is today in terms of population. And population is wealth. So that definition is wrong, that population is not wealth, it's wealth. In the geopolitics of today, population is wealth. That is what they look before they do any forecast. So on the issue of black, very dark man, it was a very sweet saga that every one of us can go in there. We will learn a lot. We will learn a lot to have what we call something that is confidential pertaining us. We should learn how to keep it. When maybe you are trying to make a move, you learn how to keep something confidential, and we try to make something that is official, let it be official. But something that will affect you in life at front, make it confidential and keep it to yourself. Because the way it is, anybody you tell anything, and you probably go wrong in your approach towards life, they can use that thing against you, because the fight does not come from outside, it comes from the inside. And those are wisdom Africa has laid on the table before, and we are still using it, and it is true. So we should be mindful of what we do, because I've learned a lot in VDN. When VDN was saying that I will make him learn a lesson. Already when he learned a lesson, what happened? The guy lost his job. And the other guy that he called a snake, that guy started crying online. I have the video, That guy started crying. Oh, he started calling today Barista. He started calling TwoFace. Started calling, say, they do want to go. They want to allow Nedu to go the way of Mohbad. See, we should learn how to keep things to ourselves. Don't be provoked to let out things that can damage your career or damage something, because all of us have a bad side, yes. But we should throw out that apart and make us, let us move in a way that we will move gradually and, do things right. But we should be confidential when things are coming. We make it confidential. When it is secret, make it secret. And don't try to damage your next door neighbor because of you want to rise up. I just want to give that as a brief, because I learned a lot of lessons from their saga, and that is good for humanity. Thank you, Naija, for giving us this opportunity.
All right, my brother, Black Panther, thank you very much. Moderator, please, your 2 minutes, man.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. In response to Black Panther about Don Jazzy, as far as I'm concerned, Don Jazzy was speaking facts. He wasn't lying. Moving along, what Fayose, former governor's brother, was saying regarding INEC, the federal government's position and control of INEC is a fact. What we're seeing going on in Nigeria is the APC, headed by the man from Bodilon, they have permanently made a decision that the only way they can continue to have control over the economy is for them to be in power. And how can they do it? The first strategy is to dismantle every opposition any way that they can, by any means that they can, even if it's to give the opposition position, even if it's to give them money, even if it's to just go against, change policies just to hurt whomever is in the opposition, they would do it. And that is what is happening. They've infiltrated the Labour Party. They've infiltrated the PDP. They've also dismantled a whole lot of little parties. We don't hear of Accord. We don't hear of, even the Red Hat, the Red Cap. I don't like calling that name of that party. I know it, but I won't call it the Red Cap party. They have practically dismantled it. So what does that tell you? Every election going forward, as long as this man from Bodilon is there, they want APC to win. Every election. But however, the real issue is not really about the man from Bodilon or whomever is there. If the man from Bodilon lives there and they bring somebody with the way Nigeria is now, another satanic politician there, it's just going to be the same wheel. Nothing will be reinvented. It's going to be the same wheel. Now, people talk about electoral reforms. There's one thing to reform a process. There's another thing to implement it. The people implementing it are not shadows. They are human beings. Political parties, political leaders are human beings. Now, if these human beings do not abide by the new constitution or the so-called new electoral reforms, are you not going to say we should still change the electoral reforms again? It is the person implementing it. So we are talking about leadership, change of mindset, the kinds of leaders that we put in positions. And it's not just the top, even up to councillorship. Councillor, their mindset is as worse than the man from Bodilon. So we see we have a big problem here. It's not just about electoral reforms or creating more states or picking another political party right now. Our mindset is skewed. It's off sync. Every politician right now is all about me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and my allies. Me, myself, and myself alone. That's just the game plan. Now, let us not kid ourselves. Nobody's a saint. The only person who has shown an example is Peter Obi. And Peter Obi has said he's not a saint, and I don't see him as a saint. I just see him as he's just like the chihuahua in the midst of bulldogs. That's just Peter Obi. That's what we are saying. Although he eats with them because he's also an elite, he understands them. He's sick and tired of the same thing that's going on all over again. And that's why he's doing what he's doing. He just doesn't need to do it, but he's doing it. So it's not really about electoral reforms per se, because if you do that, trust me, even if they bring another electronic system apart from the beavers, and we still have the likes of the man from Bodilon there, and they change the electoral law, yet the implementation will be skewed. And what is the consequence of going against the so-called new rule? There will be no consequence because the same people controlling the same institution. So you see, we are just like in a hex. We are just like in a fix. The few people who are speaking are like Peter Obi, Mr. Elvis, and the majority of us are speaking. But I just think that, when the majority of the people realize, you know what, we are sick of this cycle, then things will change. Nigeria is a big country. Nigeria is not Europe. Nigeria is a very big and complicated country. Nigeria is a tribalistic country. Nigeria is an intimidating country. It's a nepotism. Let me not go and speak big. People practice it. So, it goes beyond that. We have to change our mindsets. And the mindset has to start with we, the people, first, before electoral reforms. Thank you.
All right, Margarita, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, Gapris Collins, if you are there, your 2 minutes starts now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Vish.
Thanks.
Yeah, my last speaker, Sister Rita, you have spoken very well. I appreciate the way you have gone, but I would like to come in with a kind of a counter argument, regarding the electoral reform. You see, the visiting of our Nigeria electoral reform is very critical at this moment because we tried to see if that electoral reform can move us forward, but it is very, very obvious for us now that it doesn't work. And when you have a good electoral reform, you see, one thing about democracy is this: when you have a good electoral reform, when you have a good process that brings in those that want to lead the nation, a good process or a credible, fair and credible process that brings in leaders, what that does to that nation is that the leader that are being elected through the mandate of the people, have the authority, have that staff of office to do the right thing, whether he likes it or not. Why? Because he is not committed to political cabal. He's not committed to people like INEC ministry. He's not committed to institutions like INEC and other sub institutions that are coming in with finances to assist them. He's not committed to agberos and agberoism. He's not committed to religious leaders. He's not committed to any fraction or fraternity or whatever. What is committed to is the mandate of the people, and he will have the right to do. He will have the authority and the audacity to do the right thing, because when you are being, when you come into office through fraudulent act, you elect a syndicate that will help you come into that system, and when you come into that system, all you need to do is to make sure you adhere to the rules that have been laid down by those people before they put you in, because they are going to commit you to certain rules. So when you, at the time you begin to, be selective and trying to satisfy these people, the time is going, the hard-earned money of the people, they are going, the taxpayers' money is going, people are suffering, the mandate is no more respected. And in addition, you don't tell people to change. The law change people. A lot of us that have come to Western world today that are being good, not that we wanted to be good. We decided to be good because it was a must. The system said we must be good, whether we like it or not. We must display the best attitude and best character of us because the law says so. There is no contradiction, there's no ambiguity. So when you have clarity of laws and order, people obey, they have no options. So most of us, we come in with our fraudulent acts from Africa, from our those are negativity of minds and all that. But when we come here, even when we commit certain crime, illegal crime, they take us to correctional center and tell us what we need to do. That is a system. So until a system is put in place in Nigeria, we go nowhere. And the first system to be put in place is the electoral system that will elect people into power so that people that are credible. Imagine if Peter Obi's election was not truncated. We would have had a president that have got capacity, a president that have got ability, a president that have got everything we need to lead. That's exactly what we are talking about. So until they visit electoral law, that's why a person like me, I've decided to support the fact that no electoral law, no election in Nigeria. It's a waste of effort, it's a waste of energy, and it's a waste of resources. Thank you very much.
All right, Collins, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining and putting your voice in today. Mr. Oduwasa, your final submission, then come to Sir Louis.
Thank you. Well, for the election, it pains me to hear that when people are saying, no need of going to 2027 or this because there's no change mood or change electoral law. One thing I know, Usain Bolt run Olympic and they decide to remove the winning position from him. And everybody know the reason now, know that this is the mistake that they make, that they enable Usain Bolt not to win. What are we going to do? It is now for all of us to come out to tell those who did not come out 2022 or 2023 that you need to join this movement. Those that are talking this say join the moving tree. Now, so you know that you have suffered for this reason for 8 months, for 8 years now, or 4 years or 3 years that this thing happened. Join us, because if that you came at that time, this thing will have not been. The reason that any election can be turned is when you have 10 to 15, they will tell you, they will not write you. No, let everybody come out and say, this is who we vote for. Let us see the INEC that say you have hot head, or let us see the judge or the court that say they have hot head to say we don't want to go to market. The market himself is there already to say this is who we vote for. You don't need to come to us. We are the one come to meet you that this is who we vote for. But the reason, don't do this. Then you are giving the people opportunity to rig the election more. Come out in a mass, according to the English people. Come out en masse, vote, and stand by your vote. Let us see the police that want to come and shoot tear gas. If that police has will not be tear gas before he get home. Or let us see anybody we say, let them carry ballot paper and see they will have a road to get to their house. So these are what we need. Come out en mass, vote, and let, according to the Bible, it says eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Najawa. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Oduwa. Sir Louis, sir, your 2 minutes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm just lost for words. Okay. I don't think at the moment we still have democracy. Let's stop fooling ourselves around it. I think we also have a civilian dictatorship ruled by one man right now. You know, I think I made something I was discussing with someone a few days ago. I said the same way most Nigerians praise the current president, they make it look as if that man took Lagos State. Like Lagos State was like a forest in Sambisa and he made it into like Dubai. You know, the way they make him look as if Tinubu is one Messiah. And the same structure he built around Lagos is what he's trying to build around Aso Rock. He wants to make sure even when he leaves, some person takes over from him. You know, see, this system of one, you know, the thing is, Nigerians need to be mentally democratic for can have democracy. If not, it's just going to be this whole one-man show. Because that's still what we are doing at the moment. We don't have an institution that is so strong that is a respecter of no persons. So we only have a land that is ruled by strong men, and he happens to be the sheriff in town, and he wants to make sure he puts his standard around that Aso Rock. The Northerners are already scared. They're scared of Tinubu already. They know that the way he's going, because he's a very desperate man. You know, it's a hard nut to crack. So that's why you see some of these Northerners coming up to talk, like the gentleman yesterday that was speaking. And Rufai asked him, why are you saying this now? If Buhari was in power, would you have come out to say all this? So that's the thing. So it's a power between the me and you. It's not about the entire Nigerians or the having a strong democratic setting. No, we are still far from that. We are far from that. So I don't know when that day will come, when we truly have credible leaders. But for now, I doubt. Okay, thank you.
All right, Agasa Louis, thank you very much for joining us today. As usual, I'm very, very grateful. Prince Alabo, if you're there, sir, your 2 minutes, sir. Okay, Prince Alabo, you're not there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're there. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Najawash. Nigerians, please, let us wake up. This my 2 minutes. I just want to use it to appeal to all Nigerians who are listening. Please like this page and continue to share. So that if you don't share, if you don't like the page, it will not go far. We need our message. They listen to us. The government, they listen. The politicians, they listen. A lot of things is changing. So we'll continue to push, not just the politicians we are targeting. We are targeting each and every Nigerians. So that our message can go to you, for you to understand that it is time for us to wake up and take back our country. This criminal element, there are few people, we are stronger than them. We are more than them. If we come together like a broom, they cannot break us. They know they use religion and tribe to distract us, but we shouldn't be distracted. Let's begin this move. Anybody who is doing anything today, hoping for 2027, without electoral reform, with this same electoral system, everything is foul. I will keep saying it. A man who finds himself into power, even a sitting president,
God bless you,
was
my brother. God bless
confused.
you.
A sitting president was confused. Buhari could not do anything. Erofai, who is criticizing today, could not do anything. They buy all of them and they succeed. That man today is sitting down. How do you think? A man who told you that power is not server like that, you should run with it, and he's running with it, and you think with the same electoral system, you will go and do what? Your vote is nothing. Look at the example of Edo State. That is just the recent one that happened. It's the same thing that will happen. That is why I am pleading with Nigerians. Let's come together and begin the overhauling of our institution, both police, army, INECO, the civil servant system. Like Madam Rita said, our mindset and the way we think, see things, like I said earlier, we need to change individual so that when we find ourselves in power, we will use that position to the glory of God. God bless every one of us, and God bless our great country.
Amen, 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 amen to that. Thank you very much, Prince Alapo. God bless you, sir. Last person on the panel, Abdul Malik. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Avish. You see, first of all, electoral reform is important. And secondly, the institution is not working. If Nigeria is a country where institution is working, law is working, you know, when you commit a crime, you will know what will go for you, right? But the country is not like that. Even though you committed a crime, there is nothing will go for you. Look at criminals. People are looting money, but they are there. They are the one that enjoy the country. The innocent people, they are there suffering. But the one that they are real criminal, they don't go after them. And EFCC, they are there. You see, everything is just upside down. That is the problem we have. And the major problem is the citizen of Nigeria too. Because democracy, the people, the power belongs to the people. How many army, how many soldiers, how many forcemen in Nigeria? They are now up to 5 million. But Nigeria population, they are 200, currently 220 something million, right? If they unite, how many soldiers can even arrest? I understand. That is the problem we have. 1 million march last 2023 election. If they come out that election, that final day of judgment, what judiciary will force themselves to give the right judgment. But everybody quiet, enter house, understand? Thank you very much, Mr. Evish.
Andrew Malik, thank you. You see my view, you see my vision.
Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. We've come to the end of the broadcast. 3 hours complete. Now, 2 hours was not proposed today. But that's fine. All the submission today was very, very interesting as usual. Thank you so much, my people.
Naija Watch.
Every day. Yes, sir.
Can you give me just 10 seconds? Let me say something here. That is very, 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 we should stop. See, to change a nation, it is a law that you put on ground that changes the mindset of every human being. Let us go and research on that. It is the law. Because the electoral law is in shambles. It gives power to INEC to choose which one it can use. So we shouldn't say, oh, the mindset. Look, the right to change anything is in the hands of people. No, forget about implementation. No, Madam Rita, look, Madam Rita, Madam Rita, hear me out. When you put a law, the law gives birth to structures that will implement the law. So go and look at the procedures. How nations. Yes. The law changes the mindset of every human being. That's why when you go to you, Madam Rita, you don't have to be stubborn in this case. You don't have to be stubborn in this case. No, forget about Nigeria. Human being.
Nigeria.
Our laws are selective.
Wait, Madam Rita.
Black Panther, let me quickly support you, Black Panther. You see, I don't expect, Madam Rita, with due respect, I don't expect you to speak this way you are speaking. I'm not expecting it, right now. I have to tell you, you cannot. Let's just listen. You see this law that we're talking about. The rigidity of the law give good structure. There is nothing, no doubt about it. When the law said this is it, and Nigeria's law is very ambiguous. It's ambiguous and it's not clarity. So no, it's not working. The structure is wrong. It's shamble.
Let me give you an example. The local government autonomy is written. It has been passed. Is it being
yes, the same law. No. Let me tell you now. That local government, you see that example that you just give is a very good example.
It is ambiguous, Madam Rita. It's ambiguous.
Madam Rita, that example that you gave is a very good example. Let me tell you, the same local government law, the same Nigerian law gave authority in another way to the executive governor.
We're just talking about surface. Anyway,
No, the same law that you are talking about, that local government law that give power to local government.
Make una when they talk law. The law said if you vote not defend your vote.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
So if you defend your vote, it is your vote INEC we announce. Is it not so?
No.
Please, let me tell Madam Madam Rita.
Let me clear that side.
Mr. Blampata.
Yeah.
Blampata, you are right. It is the law that will change the people, the mindset.
Simple as APC. Why are you dancing around?
Just like you are in Europe here now, you cannot offend the understand. If you do anything that bind the law,
you go to jail.
It will go against you. It is the law that will change the mind of the people.
Forget about talking in Nigeria. It's the law that will change. During Abubakar, when an announcer was ruling Nigeria Prime Minister, was it not better?
You know what?
Marita, you need to go and study more on nations.
You guys just don't get it. It's okay.
No.
We get it. We get it very well.
I don't want to argue. I want to refer you. I want to refer you to Rotimi. What's the name of it? Fayose.
You don't have solution. You are saying the people. Is the people the solution to your government? You are saying the people, the mindset. Your law is shamble.
I need to go now. Thank you very much. That's what we call a panel. We agree to disagree. Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Elvis, I'm here.
I said you are the only woman in the video.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
No, I never said. So you are the only woman in the building today.
And I'm very happy. Blessed am I amongst men.
God bless you all. Thank you so much, my people. Thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you, Black Panther, Augusta Louis, Mr. Odowa, Prince Collins, Prince Alabo, and Abdul Malik. God bless you all, my people. Thank you very much for those of you that call in. And the love of God is my strength. Thank you very much for calling in. Thanks for the super chat earlier on. Thank Jaja for the super chat. Thank you, everyone else that called in today. I appreciate those of you right down on the comment section. Mother of Omon Diaspora, thank you very much, Moni. I appreciate you for being there with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Oga, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Geria here. Thank you, Michael Abba, Pius Moye. Mr. Jonathan Kisley is on the comment section. Hey, Mr. Jonathan Kisley. You know, I also you buy us black soup because no say na country that side na they cook black soup. Thank you very much, my people. Ajay Deborah, God bless you all. Thank you. We've come to the end of the broadcast right now. Madam I'm bright, I can see you as well. Thank you, my people. Amaka E, thank you for joining us from beginning to the end. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you all. My people, because today is a weekend, normally my target is just 2 hours, if possible 1 hour on the weekend, but we still clock them, go 3 hours today. Let's continue again tomorrow from where we stop. I'm going to have a blessing, my people. Press on the like button, help us to share, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. Let's always do this together. My people, we're going to have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. God bless you all.
Ọba tí gbẹ́kún aládùúrà mo ti dé. Ọba tí